Time being 7 o'clock, it's time for the January 22nd, City Hall Council.
Recording in progress.
I get a call, order, and roll call, please.
Elwick.
Here.
Pesinius.
Here.
Harmader.
Here.
Raker.
Here.
Sellers.
Here.
Stark Mahood.
Here.
All right, y'all ready to say the pledge of allegiance, please?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Need a motion to approve the agenda as written.
Motion. Second.
Oh, here's the first one. Motion by Zach, second by Wes. All those in favor?
Aye.
I get a motion to approve the consent agenda as written.
Second.
Motion by Tammy, second by Zach. Any comments, questions, concerns? So we did our new website.
Mhm.
We terminated the other one.
Mhm.
We got that domain name for GoDaddy.
Mhm.
Do we still need to maintain that? Because it's a different one? Why?
It's not a different domain.
I thought it was.
Our address didn't change.
I had some questions about the couple of police phone ones, but I talked to Ted about them, and so there's like sales tax charge on them, and it was available online cheaper, but sounds like it was a new employee, and it's been rectified, so.
Anybody? Anything else? All those in favor?
Aye.
Perfect. Now it's time to receive and file communication fixes for remonstrances. Received anything at this time, Mr. All right, committee reports. So we did meet last night. We all got to know each other very well. After 5 hours, we adjourned our first budget meeting of the year. So, found out that we don't have enough money for what everybody wants, so do what we need to do, I guess. So, next meeting next week. Craig's out of luck again. Nothing else? No one's. All right, moving on to citizen input. Council won't take any action, but may do so at a future meeting. Anybody out there?
No, not at this time. If there is anybody, please use the raise hand button at the bottom of the app.
Moving on. Old business, we have none. Moving on to new business. Now I need a motion to fill the annual report of the Middle Cedar Watershed Management Authority for the year ending June 30th, 2025.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Tammy, seconded by Wes.
I didn't even say it.
Oh, I thought you guys are all like a board, you're all in the same voice level. Okay, skip Wes, and we'll go with Andrew. How's that?
Better choice.
Easy cog. Easy cog.
Hi, can you guys hear me?
There we go.
Okay, perfect. Good evening. Thanks so much for having us and accommodating us virtually. It's definitely a chilly one tonight, so we appreciate the Zoom option for sure. My name's Alyssa Comer. I work for the Essential Iowa Council of Governments. I am an environmental specialist there and help out the Middle Cedar Watershed Management Authority with some technical administration assistance, and I'm here tonight with Mary Beth. If you want to introduce yourself, I'll let you.
Yeah. Yes, thanks, Alyssa. And hey, everyone, Mary Beth Stevenson. I do know several of you just from your previous work with the Watershed Management Authority. And yeah, just glad to be here this evening, providing an update on what we have been up to over the past couple of years.
And we do have a presentation. Are we able to share our screen?
I believe so. Let me see here. Remote panelist, should be able to. Okay, you should be able to share screen.
Okay, I should be able to share now.
Okay,
I'm gonna send a request.
got it.
All right. Can you see that okay?
Yes.
There we go.
Okay, perfect. Well, yes, thanks again. We're just going to give you should have the Middle Cedar annual report from fiscal year 25. We just wanted to join tonight and give you an update on what the WMA has been up to and kind of what our plans are looking like for the future. We were going to be joined by Paola this evening, but she was unable to make it. We will give a brief rundown of what Paola is up to with Blackhawk SWCD and the Middle Cedar later in our presentation, but I'm going to turn it over to Mary Beth.
Yeah, hey everyone. Just really quickly, I work for the City of Cedar Rapids. I work in the Utilities Department, and I currently serve as the chair of the Middle Cedar Watershed Management Authority. But I've been part of the WMA really since its very beginning, back in 2015. And I know that there are a couple of you in the audience and on council who know what a Watershed Management Authority is. But just to make sure that we're all up to speed on what a WMA is, watershed management authorities are a intergovernmental cooperative agreement, a 28B agreement, amongst cities, counties, and soil and water conservation districts within a watershed area. And the focus of these groups is on watershed planning and management, education, and then we also handle grant writing and administration. And really the overarching goal is to address and manage flood risk, improve water quality, ensure clean drinking water for citizens, and enhance recreational opportunities in the watershed. Okay, so next slide. There we go. Okay, so when we got started back in 2015, there were only a handful of watershed management authorities across the state, but now you can see there's nearly 30 of them all across Iowa. And this is because really it's been a great way for our communities to work together to address these watershed issues. So you can see we're number 15 there on the map. Hopefully you guys can see that pretty well. Thanks, Alyssa, for pointing that out. So we encompass several counties, Lynn, Benton, Grundy, a bit of Tama, most of Blackhawk, some of Buchanan counties for the most part. So we cover a pretty big area. Next slide. So we really got kind of started back in 2015, but really officially launched in 2016. And in our Middle Cedar Watershed Management Authority, we took it upon ourselves to have our goals be really working with ag producers and just working a lot on the education side. We were a part of a program called the Iowa Watershed Approach, which Vinton was very involved with, and we're able to put a lot of successful projects on the ground thanks to that funding. So that project wrapped up in 2020. It feels like that project took so long, and it doesn't feel like it has been 6 years, but it's been done since 2020. And now the Middle Cedar WMA has just been kind of trying to spend time figuring out what our next big project is going to be. So more on that here in just a moment, but we'll move to the next slide. To just kind of give you a sense for who is a part of our WMA, we have a lot of entities that are eligible to attend, but the list that you're seeing here, these are all of our members. There's all the SWCDs are not shown on here, but we do have 26 total member entities. So Vinton has been a part of our WMA for a long time. A lot of you guys were very involved with our watershed management plan, and really just have appreciated your involvement over the years. Okay, next slide. There we go. Okay, so as I mentioned, we've been trying to figure out what our next grant is going to be, and we applied last year for an EPA grant through a program called the Farmer to Farmer Grant Opportunity. And the focus of this grant proposal that we submitted was on demonstrating how natural infrastructure practices can improve water quality, reduce flooding, enhance wildlife habitat, and really strengthen overall watershed resilience. We were kind of envisioning this as the next phase of our Iowa Watershed Approach project. We were successful. We did receive word that we would be awarded funding. And actually, literally today, I got word from EPA that our grant will be kicking off here this month. So we have been awarded $1.3 million. We're going to be hiring a watershed coordinator who will be working a lot with the ag communities, and really have just been making time to visit with all of our member entities to kind of provide this update, let everybody know what we've been up to, and try to really revitalize that relationship that we've had with our members. Next slide. We also have been working very closely with the Black Hawk Soil and Water Conservation District on a project which is a little bit different than our normal bread and butter watershed projects. This one is more focused on urban agriculture and trying to find ways to help urban farmers and backyard growers and farmers market type growers, help get them connected with some of the financial resources that are available. And so we're going to be putting on a series of listening sessions. The first group of listening sessions are going to be really focused on people who grow vegetables and fruits for farmers markets. So we're going to be holding one listening session in Waterloo. That's coming up on February 28th. And then a second session in Cedar Rapids. We're going to be providing a meal for the participants. There's going to be a gift card. So if you know anybody in the area who grows vegetables and fruits for farmers markets and you think they might want to be involved, please let Alyssa or me know, and we can help get them connected to this listening session opportunity. So I guess I just want to wrap up by saying, really a heartfelt thank you for all of the participation that Vinton has had over the years. Really want to revitalize our relationship. I know that everybody is very, very busy and it's hard to get to meetings, but we would really love to see Vinton participating in our WMA as possible. The way that we've been doing our meetings lately is we've been holding 2 virtual meetings and then 2 in-person meetings. And we've been trying to travel around to different parts of the watershed for those in-person meetings. So yeah, really just want to reopen that invitation to have you guys be a part of our group. I believe you either will have or have received the contribution invoice that we send out on an annual basis, and that is for Vinton $506 per year. With our project coordinator that we're hiring and our new group of projects coming up, we really would love any financial support from our member entities as possible. But we also understand that budgets are extremely tight and we all are facing many, many challenges. So really the biggest thing is just having you guys be part of our group and yeah, just have a chance to help us make a difference in the watershed. So with that, I will open it up for any questions that you might have. That is all of our slides that we have for the evening.
So Mary Beth, can you get us the meeting invites so we know when they are?
Yes. We can definitely do that. To be honest, I'm not entirely sure who from Vinton is receiving those. So Alyssa and I will take a look at our mailing list to make sure that, we have the current person. So I think maybe Chris might be receiving emails right now.
Yes.
And maybe we'll just make sure that there's others who are receiving them as well.
I've been receiving emails for these believe you used to do those as well, Zach.
So yeah, if you could at least get them back out to us, maybe get with
Yeah.
Melissa,
Yes.
cause we definitely wanna
if-
keep that
Melissa,
relationship
do
going
you
as
want
well.
to just share the emails with me?
Sure.
And I can get those added to our invite list.
Sure.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you.
Yeah, we've, invested some money in the watershed, and you guys have done a great job helping us in the watershed, and we definitely wanna keep being a part of it moving forward.
Excellent. Great. Well, thank you guys so much. We really appreciate the time this evening and look forward to seeing you guys at a future meeting.
All right,
Thank
thank
you.
you very
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye.
All right, all those in favor of accepting that annual report?
Motion.
All those in favor, say
Aye.
Perfect. All right, item B, I need a motion approval of resolution for the retirement of the police K-9 Gino.
Motion. Second.
Motion by Wes, second by Zach. Don't forget Gino.
Gino's not here.
Gino's not.
Stuffing him in my truck's a little tough.
That's the end of an era.
Yeah. Yep. He's doing really well still though. He's trying to playing with toys again. He's kind of acting like a puppy, but he's enjoying it. I've been covering his vet stuff and food and everything for probably the last year. So this is just to make it official like we originally planned, put it on paper. And then the next one, after this one would be for the new K-9.
All right, anybody got any questions on the retirement of Gino? Roll call, please.
Stark Mahood,
Yes.
Elwick,
Yes.
Sellers,
Yes.
Facinius,
Yep.
Raker,
Yes.
Parmenter.
Yes.
All right. Now, on 9C, I need motion approval resolution for approval of the K-9 contract agreement for the city of Van Nuys.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Tammy, second by Zach. We're bringing in a dog.
Yeah, he's gonna go grab it. I don't know if you had any questions about the agreement, if you wanted anything.
Yeah, my only concern was if everything is, if Officer Smothers leaves, if something happened to him or he was let go, like the.
Like the definition of the leave.
Yes, pretty much defining leave is what is, obviously you don't invest that kind of money in time into an
Yeah.
officer that you want, that
Yep.
you anticipate is gonna go, but.
So my thought was that he's about 2 years now, age-wise,
Mhm.
just shy. Workability, 10, 11 years, age.
Yep.
By the time the 5 years mentioned in paragraph 7 expires, he's a 7-year-old animal. I figured we'd cross that bridge when we got there. I don't plan on Sergeant Smothers leaving or anything. And that's a hypothetical,
Yep.
whoever knows. That it would depreciate the last 2 or 3 years anyways of his workability, which is why I didn't do it. I also kind of kept it based off of how we treat our new officers. 5-year agreement depreciates over the 5 years. And then after that, we kind of leave it as it is. If we wanted to just put something in there that, after the 5th year, it depreciates another $1,000 every year until he's 10 years old and it's done, or, I just didn't have a huge concern with the dog being 7 years old after the 5th year.
I think it's more of the investment we do, because typically the dog has to go with the owner,
Yeah.
right?
They're together.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a
they're
7-year
together forever.
animal, we're not gonna rehandle it. Yeah, we don't put a new handle
Yeah,
on
so
it.
let's say we already have the dog, obviously, coming in.
Yep.
And next week, we fire him, what happens?
We
just can't
we
own it.
retain ownership unless he
But
wants
we
to
gotta
buy
keep
it
the
for.
dog with the
Yeah.
owner,
If next week he'd owe us 100% back.
so he has
what
to
was spent.
reimburse us for all that.
Yep.
So that's a prorated amount too.
Yeah, in paragraph 7, yeah.
And so that was my question on the leave, because it's obviously, it's just a,
We would
these are
retain-
honestly worst case scenarios.
Yeah, we would retain ownership.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Just wanting to do it right, put it on a resolution, put it on paper. and go that route.
sense to everybody else?
I'm just pausing, waiting for him to
Yep,
bring
okay,
the dog.
yep.
I don't wanna prove a dog if we don't see
He'll
it.
introduce you to it, yep.
Where's this?
Sorry.
Oh, he's a happy dog.
Seats. So Zito, he's less than 2 years old. He's half shepherd, half mal. Very hyper all the time. Seats. So he's trained in 3 different areas. It's narcotics, apprehension, and tracking.
He was bought from Tree Town Kennels here in Iowa, so he's from Poland.
Poland. Yeah,
Poland.
you haven't mentioned that.
Yeah, so
Seats.
they're still learning how to work together.
Yeah, speak to him in Polish?
What's that?
Yeah, speak to him in Polish?
Some of the commands are in. Some of them are in English. Some of them are in German, and I think there's like one that's Polish. But
Where's his ball?
what's that?
Where's his ball?
He went to
Live.
He'd go crazy.
Yes. Yeah, he's very hyper all the time. But he's been doing actually really good. So
So is there continued training we have to do yet before we take him out into the street, or is he ready to roll?
he's ready for patrol. He's been with me since I graduated from the Canine Handler School. But it is always continued training every month. I do minimum is 16 hours a month, so that's what we've been doing, and he's progressing. He's doing well. So.
And so you still is the training with the city of Cedar Rapids as well?
Yeah, so some of it I do with Cedar Rapids, their canine team, and then the other portion, because they're only allowing outside agencies once a month, so I do train with some of the guys in Independence and around this area.
Pretty dog.
Has he made his first arrest yet?
Not quite yet. We did have one incident that we did do a track on, and this was just pretty much right out of school. So a lot of the environmentals are still different. He's still getting used to all that stuff, still learning. But we did find some stuff along the tracks that I guess.
That you wouldn't have found without it.
Right, exactly, and built the case. So,
Perfect.
yeah, he's doing well.
He is. Alright, he's gotten everybody all teary-eyed here, so let's vote for the dog. Roll call, please.
Raker,
Yes.
Hesenius,
Yes.
Elwick,
Yes.
Sellers,
Yes.
Parmenter,
Yes.
Stark Mahud.
Yes.
There you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Teary-eyed would have been Gino.
So when you gotta bring Gino back in so we can see him, since it's done,
Whenever you'd like, sir. I can bring him next time.
that would be great.
Alright.
So we bring doggy treats this time, you wouldn't let us feed him last time.
Yeah.
Alright, moving on to item B, I need a motion approval resolution approving sponsorship of application for the business financial assistance of the Iowa Economic Development Authority for Sewer Equipment Company of America.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Andrew,
Yes.
second by Tammy. Any got questions on that? So the gentleman's here.
At this point, Mr. Mayor, council is not asking for any financial commitment. Honestly, just support.
Roll call, please.
Sellers,
Yes.
Hesenius,
Yeah.
Stark Mahud.
Yep.
Parmenter,
Yes.
Elwick,
Yes.
Raker.
Yes.
Alright, now I need a motion to approve resolution to approve disbursement of hotel motel tax proceeds to Vinton Unlimited.
Motion?
Second.
Motion by Wes, second by Tammy.
Was the hotel closed in November?
Hmm?
Was the motel closed in November?
So,
I seen a dollar now, super low.
I had questioned that with the state at one point, and it just falls with dates.
The dates?
So if we have a low month, it's usually caught up the month or two after, when they file. That kind of stuff varies it.
Alright. Roll call, please.
Stark Mahood,
Yes.
Hysenius,
Yes.
Sellers,
Yes.
Parmenter,
Yes.
Elwick,
Yes.
Raker.
Yes.
Alright, item F, now need motion approval of pay estimate number 23 for the wastewater treatment plant improvements project.
Motion. Second.
Motion by Zach, second by Andrew. Any questions on that?
What total percentage are we at now?
That'd be at the back here.
$87.
Let's see.
Still on track to be finished
Oh,
in
God,
June.
maybe I wasn't looking at.
Right, Craig?
So,
And on that, I got an email, like, basically on the way over here tonight from Emily with a laundry list of change orders that we would have to go discuss. One of them is Craig has some ghosts in his blowers. Discussing that one. And literally, they'll just tweak off but the blowers are fine, they can't figure out what's going on. Kevin over there looking at them, see if they'll resolve it. But he can't let the blowers go down, and when they do switch the controls, the blowers will not automatically kick to the next blower without the controls, and they have to take them offline while they make the switch to the new system. So they propose a change order to temporarily make those controls to make that happen. We'll get that out for everybody here, but I asked her to go back and talk to Automatic Systems, find out why it was so high. It's like $8,000 or something or something to do this.
Do we get to keep them? That was
We're
your
gonna keep them, no matter what. It's a little control panel they're doing, and they're not gonna take it back with them, so. That was one of them, that was the big one, I think. The lead abatement one we don't have to act on, but we had previously authorized up to $25,000. That is sitting around $8,500, so that ended up being pretty favorable. 29, there's some flow sensor wiring they missed, and I wanna maybe see if I can push back on Emily on this. They said it wasn't shown on their plans. I wanna see if that's an error and omission on them.
Correct.
They didn't have it on there, they forgot it. They knew they had to have it, so. And then they discovered some very creative wiring that Elwick Electric did, I think. Kidding, they weren't there then. But some of these panels, they took the panels out and found out the wires were pulled through the back of the panel, feeding another panel somewhere else, and all that had to go away. And that was for 36 to make it so it's not doing that anymore. So of all those, I think probably 3 out of those 4 are probably legit. And like I said, with number 29, I'm gonna ask them about covering that one. So, let's see what they say.
So, I don't wanna take up too much time, but explain the blower deal to me just one more time.
Okay, so there's 2 blowers that feed the,
aeration tanks.
thank you.
So, it's okay, they go on and off as needed, or?
Yeah, so they're always
They're
running.
supposed to cycle every 24 hours. But we've been leaving one on until it shuts off and goes to the next one, so.
And we can't leave no air going into it.
Right.
We gotta have air. So if they don't automatically switch from one to the other when the one goes down,
Yeah.
and all they have to do is come back in the next day and they reset the breaker or whatever trip, and the blower works on. And then it might go off that day,
Yep.
might go off 6 weeks from now.
Is this the situation we're talking about the breakers?
Last night.
No, that was at the water plant. So hurry up and get that going.
And Kevin's looked at this.
He's gonna look at it tomorrow. We're gonna see maybe if underground wire's got a nick in it or something. He's gonna ohm it. And then if that don't do anything, then we're gonna run
new wire over top of the ground
Oh,
right
that's what,
to
yeah.
it. And fire it up and see how long it goes, so that way it'll really tell us if it's the wiring or if it's something inside.
But if
there.
that's successful, we don't need this change order, correct?
It has to keep running, and unless we put somebody out there 24/7, if it kills in the middle of the night, or.
I think there'd be an easier way to put some type of a switch in there that would trigger the other one to turn on $8,000.
Yeah. I assume the right people have looked at it.
Well, we've had the conversation probably for 45 minutes on that phone call just
I
about
remember
that,
that.
because I was not happy with the numbers about it, so.
You're talking 1980s technology, so.
And the same guy that pulled the wires to the back of a panel will feed another one.
Alright.
The one guy that could probably work on it is no longer with us, so he could probably figure it out, so.
Hopefully we get through all these unknowns soon, so.
We're almost there.
Ma'am, yeah, I don't know, did you guys get copied on that?
No, it just me, you, Craig from Emily.
Yeah, Craig got copied.
No, Seth, I didn't see it then.
Alright, I'm gonna forward it to you, Melissa, so you can send them out to everybody so they can review.
Okay.
Yeah, just got it tonight.
Yeah, I sorted out when I was on my way over here. So. Okay, she'll get that out there if you guys look at it. If you got any questions, you're more than welcome to call Emily.
Stop out to the plane if you'd like to see it.
Yeah. that
Free
might-
tours, so
May not hurt either.
I heard you were charging for tours.
certain ones.
No.
They're
Only if you live outside city limits in the county.
They're at 6 o'clock at night.
Keep that ball rolling.
That's what.
Like you haven't seen them, but.
So anyhow, I guess the one good thing out of all those is the lead abatement came in at $16,000 less than we thought it was going to.
Yeah, that's great.
Okay, roll call.
Parmenter,
Yes.
Raker,
Yes.
Sellers,
Yes.
Stark Mahud,
Yes.
Elwick,
Yes.
Hastenius.
Yep, the one thing.
All right, moving on to item G, now I need approval of change order number 7 for the West First Street reconstruction.
Motion.
Second.
Final audit, balancing change order. A little bit more asphalt after the audit. So, do we have any questions? If not, roll call.
Stark Mahud,
Yes.
Parmenter,
Yes.
Raker,
Yes.
Hastenius,
Yeah.
Elwick,
Yes.
Sellers.
Yes.
Alright, item eight, now need approval of pay estimate number 10 for the West First Street reconstruction project.
Motion.
Second.
Moved by Wes, second by Andrew,
Zach.
or Zach, sorry. Am I all off? Yeah, get you all different bells or something. Tones.
That's approved and everything, we'll get that all uploaded to Doc Express, and then once the check clears, we'll get that from Melissa and get the final claim for reimbursement submitted, and then this will be wrapped up. So Chris will just have to transition a few documents on Doc Express, but we'll let them know when those are ready.
One off weeks. Alright, roll call please.
Hastenius,
Yep.
Elwick,
Yes.
Stark Mahud,
Yes.
Raker,
Yes.
Sellers,
Yes.
Parmenter.
Yes.
Alright, moving on, now we need a motion for approval of proposal for design engineering service for the North Ninth Avenue water main replacement.
Motion.
Motion by Zach, second by Tammy. So like, concern is here, folks, we just went through our budget thing last night, and as much as I don't like to kick cans down the road, if we don't take a look at these things and see how much everything's gonna cost us, I think we're gonna get ourselves in trouble. So I think, my personal opinion is that we need to pause, so, and figure out what we got going on. But that is not my decision, I just need my opinion, it's up to you guys what you wanna do, so.
This was the second component of the water plant project and that whole SRF funding piece.
I get it,
And
but we still have to,
I understand, sir, it's,
and there's another $50,000 component to this that you guys had put out just to do a utility survey. That you sent over. The first proposal you sent over, you said we'll do a utility survey for that project for $50,000, and we haven't even approved that one yet. So that would be on top of this.
no. This proposal covers the survey for this area as well as the three initial designs components.
So why do I have a utility survey quote from you guys for $50,000? It's in here, we had it in one of our packets. So,
That, sir, I have no idea what that one is.
we'll go back and I'll find it here somewhere, so.
This proposal has been in your packet before.
Yes, it
This
was
one.
$50,000 for a utility survey.
It was the same proposal, I think, isn't it?
This
believe
is,
so.
this
Yeah.
is survey and looking at three different options on where the main will go, because we're not sure with all of the utilities that are in that area, what is the best location to run the new main that's gonna be serving the hospital and the golf course area.
Cause this was tabled in the past already.
Yeah, cause the original one was just 50K just to do that survey.
No, it was this proposal that was on, council agenda back in November,
Same one.
and it's just been deferred through till today.
So I had another council member ask me, since our initial plan of not being able to do the booster stations, and we paid a bunch of money to have that part designed, then we killed it, if we should be looking for a reimbursement for that not working.
I don't believe we spent all the budget, I don't think we spent a lot of that budget, cause it was determined early that.
But again, we went off recommendations from you guys to make this happen, and then we spent money designing it, and then you guys made a decision that it wasn't going to work, so we just basically threw away
You had to take,
tens of thousands of dollars in survey fees. And now we're looking at another $1 million just to design this, or whatever, your cost estimate of 1.1 million to do the Ninth Avenue project. That's what I'm getting at here.
I can't address the design that was started back in 2001 and then went on hold for a period of time with those booster stations. Once I got involved in the project and we got the team going, we took a look at what that would do to the pressures downtown if we were to put those booster stations in. That earlier team that did that didn't look at that kind of information on the modeling, and you know, I don't have that history. I know that they didn't look at it. They wouldn't have probably pushed that forward had they really examined that information. Because it, you know, in talking through with Craig, to put those kind of increased pressures on the system downtown would have caused considerable damage to the mains that exist down there right now.
I get it, but again, we're right in the middle of budgets, we saw the numbers, I mean, I get it, it's an SRF loan, but I think we really seriously need to get all our ducks in a basket here before we start approving another $1 million. That's up to you guys.
I guess my two questions are, is this tied in with the water treatment, like you have to do it?
They're got separated, I wanted to include them as one project.
Yep.
They wanted to do them as two separate, so now we're into two separate projects, but it can still fall under the same SRF funding, I guess.
Correct, it would fall into the same SRF grant we've been working
And
with
this
them.
is to raise the water pressures down in that area of town.
Yeah, this will raise the water pressures, yeah, up by the hospital and for the hospital and the golf course.
And I know, I don't live there, no Ron does, but, like, are they below the minimum threshold currently, or are they like right on the brink,
No,
or?
they got it, they experience a reduced pressure when the golf.
Or volume, whatever, yeah.
It's surges.
We don't have the volume up there for what is being pulled off of it.
It surges every 25 seconds when the jet pump is running. I hear it. My meter goes a little bit backwards and it goes forwards and it goes a little bit backwards and then it'll go forward.
Jet pump at the hospital.
Golf course.
And it was separated mainly to keep the water treatment plant moving forward so that we could basically get that timely and keep that moving. And basically tied together from the SRF funding, so it was covered both ways in the funding, so. It was a timing issue to keep the water treatment plant moving.
I get it, but me trying to be a good steward of people's money is why I want to keep it all as one, because that could avoid the additional bond, or your engineering fees, leave it all in that one. I don't have to take it out for bid again to get another project done, it could all been included as that one. And I kind of feel a little bit slighted that all that was ignored, but just me trying to help our company save money, or our city save money, so. But yeah, that's not my decision, so. Folks, it's up to you.
So your options are, you vote yes, you commit to engineering it,
No,
No, no.
1.25 million.
yeah, you vote no, it's dead and you put it back out for bid at a future date? Or,
You table it. But if you do vote no on it and you put it back out to bid, then you have to get a whole separate funding source or SR, or another conversation with SRF or something else, but you have to use cash reserves or something else if you wish to do the project at all.
and if I may, Chris and Mr. Mayor, you know, this is basically for topo and for the concept, it's not in,
This isn't even the design.
well, and yes, that is correct. But this is an important phase to help define what that design is going to be and to be able to get a better refined cost so that you know what to anticipate moving forward instead of taking a stab at a design now without not having the information to really put a design together on, so. It's really identifying what that piece of the project's going to be.
This is what I was referring to, I'm sorry, I might have spoken. This is the $50,000 I was talking about. This isn't even for design, this is just for the survey stuff. So,
It's the survey and then the study, and you would come back to council,
with the proposal for design.
3 options
Yeah.
to make a decision on
The SRF
with
funding
costs.
is tied to this engineering,
No
other engineering firm.
I don't know about that.
No, not necessarily. No, it's tied to the project, but not necessarily to the firm. It's,
So call me naive, I've been here for 22 days or whatever. So, if I call and get a furnace, right, and I get a quote from somebody on how much it's gonna cost to do the furnace, and I call and get 2 or 3 different quotes, we can't request engineering quotes on this project, or is that what,
I think you can.
yes, you can.
and leave it tied to
You
the
can
SRF?
do
Yeah,
that,
SRF, but I don't know how, it hasn't mattered what engineer it is.
as long as you're a certified Iowa engineer. But to actually,
Cause I definitely agree with Bud, it definitely stings to have spent even $1 to design another program and it's literally find the closest garbage can and throw it away, like, you know. I hope that this is the exact answer, but if this is not the answer, did we spend X amount of dollars to find out that this is also not gonna work as well?
So recently, it's been discussed that the golf course is potentially looking at alternate sources for watering. Have those numbers been looked at? And if the golf course stops watering with city water, is that gonna solve
They did stop last year.
our pressure and volume issues?
They did stop last year and we still had problems.
You still had problems.
How do you know they stopped last year? Did you research that? You know they stopped? You know they stopped?
They told to stop.
Huh?
I don't know what they did. Every time I was out there, they were
I mean, we can figure it out very quickly looking at the water usage. I don't think, I didn't hear
I
this.
thought they were supposed to, I thought they were told to stop.
I don't remember that conversation, I don't think they did.
Well, point being,
Point being.
if they do stop, and or if the city, denies them the ability to use city water to continue watering, we would essentially force them into, other means. If that in itself stops the issue,
So my question right now is,
seems to me
who's
that
having
would,
issues right now?
I do.
Yeah.
My pressure drops
How often?
This time of year.
multiple
not.
times, well, mine does multiple times a week.
Right now? Yeah, mine does too.
During, when, okay, I go take a shower at 8 o'clock at night, my pressure drops, there's nothing else running in my house. So everybody else may be taking a shower at 8 o'clock at night or doing laundry or something else, so that's pulling.
So
And
what's the lowest,
Chris has a problem at his house.
what's the lowest PCI we have?
What's the what?
Lowest pressure?
I'd be pretty good up in that area. I can't remember what the,
I think it was in the 30 range, it was like 35, 38.
up in that area.
Yeah, up in there. Part of the problem is it's not just the pressure, it's the size of the main.
Volume.
It's about,
If they would stop using the water, would that change the engineering and have to do it all over again anyway?
so what I don't know, that's what I mean, I don't wanna jump into this with both feet and not know.
That'd be a part of the conversation with the users, and it would be a part of the concepts, reviewing the concepts, so if in fact that is a possibility, we would, you know, I mean, that would have to be looked at as a part of the concepts of what if that they did, so I mean, with the modeling and looking at the design, that would be a part of the equation for a final answer before moving forward, so.
Why does the hospital have to have a booster pump and the, the clinic has to have a booster pump?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, year round.
Well, it can't be the club issue because right now.
No,
Well, right now,
no,
right.
not right now,
Right.
but when I
Not
did
during
the
the day.
when I did the hospital additions, the booster pump was we put the booster pump in. Booster pump never ran. Then sometime after that, another contractor went in and the booster pump run all the time. They've actually had to replace it numerous times, the impellers in them. They just replaced the complete unit 2 years ago. The clinic, when I first finished it, we had no problems. A year later, they couldn't get pressure upstairs to run the eye wash, shower, stools, stuff like
Garden
that.
hose outside to wash the filters off.
So I mean, it's dropping up there, and we've checked for leaks up in
all
that
valves are
area,
open.
and nothing has. I mean, when 2 years ago, when we went up there, 2 summers ago, when we went up there to Fishers, and we had to start with 38 pounds at the hydrant. Then they turned on the sprinklers, or no, it went down to 28 when they turned the sprinklers on at the country club that day, and you opened up a hydrant and it went down to 20 pounds. So we have a volume problem up there. It's not feeding. That 6-inch main is not feeding, because you got a 6-inch coming off of the hospital, you got a 5-inch coming off of the clinic, and a 4-inch coming off of the
country club when they water.
I would probably agree with that. Sounds like that. I would think we table this at the least and try to figure out if we want to proceed with this or not.
Well, I got a motion in a second.
I don't know what you guys think.
And I'll withdraw my second.
Rescind my motion.
And I guess we're gonna table this until we get some more discussion and figure out what we're gonna do, so.
Which will be happening.
Yeah, the budget's in the middle, so we'll get that sorted. So not yet, TBD. Item J, non-negotiable approval agreement with the maintenance and repair of primary roads between the city of Benton and the Iowa Department of Transportation.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Andrew, second by Zach. Chris, got a cliff note on that?
This is just what we get periodically from Iowa DOT, just, who does what, especially with concerning, C Avenue and K Ave in the city. And freeway crossing, it's just a normal standard,
Did anything change on it from previous years?
no, doesn't look like it. Looks like it's the same code sections as before, and. Yep. Alright. They take care of theirs, and we take care of ours.
Roll call, please.
Raker,
Yes.
Carmenter,
Yes.
Sellers,
Yes.
Vasinius,
Yep.
Stark Mahud,
Yes.
Elwick.
Yes.
Alright, now I need a motion for a recommendation from the Planning and Zoning Commission on alley vacation.
Motion.
Second.
Ron? I assume you wish to speak on this.
Yep, we wanna vacate the alley, pour a concrete slab to park, vehicles and trailers, and this is the way to do it without having to design it as a street, and so I have a easement with, myself and the two other property owners that are affected. It's good for the rest of the time, so they would have access to the backside of the house and the loading dock, if the property's ever, they're not currently being used, but if the property's ever changed, they have an easement between us. I do have a utility pole that feeds 4 of my buildings, only my buildings, and I need an easement from the city in case it ever goes down or they need to service it. I requested that the easement be on the other parcel that I have that's a gravel lot, so that if they did have to service it, that my new concrete wouldn't be at stake. And I sent that to Doug, and basically I would pay for I would pay whatever Doug charges to write the easement with the city to get the utility easement. And I've talked to Kevin about that. He needs 12 feet, and it's pretty straightforward stuff. So.
However, in order for Mr. Sellers to proceed forward, because Doug is the city attorney and not to create a conflict of interest, I need permission from council to have the city, for me to engage the city attorney so he can move forward with Mr. Sellers.
Engage Doug on Dakota's dime.
Correct.
To write the easement, yes.
Okay.
And that's what has been done in the past as well for every other alley vacation. Okay.
I'm good with that.
All those in favor of the recommendation?
Aye.
Perfect. There we go. Appointment time. I need a motion for the appointment of Tammy Stark, head of the Benton Development Group for a term ending December 2029.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Dakota, second by Zach, all those in favor?
Aye.
All right, now I need a motion for appointment of Tammy Starkey Hood for the Benton Community Foundation for a term ending December 23rd. You are gonna be on here a long time.
Motion.
Second.
Get those?
Yep.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Perfect. Now I need a motion for appointment of Andrew Ellick as council representative with the Benton Unlimited for a term ending December 2027.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Tammy, seconded by Wes.
Yeah.
Woo, got him that time. I just had to look at you. Any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
All right. Motion appointment of Dakota Sellers for the Benton County Community Foundation for a term ending December 2028.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Zach, second by Tammy. Any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
And need a motion appointment of Zach Palmer to the Hotel Tax Revenue Committee for a term ending December 2029.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Wes, second by Tammy. Anybody got questions on that one? All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, and another one. Appointment of Tammy Starkey Hood to the Charles and Helen Young Charitable Foundation.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Wes, second by Andrew. Anybody got questions? I have to say, they have been, their name pops up a lot for stuff they've been donating. So, it is. All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, moving on to reports, Mr. Ward.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. I don't really have much really after budget last night and continue to work on that. And the auditors are here and let Melissa cover that. New auditors that is are here and just try to move forward and get things done quickly if possible. And also we work with new potential prospective company and coming up with a proposal as well.
Yeah, we'll have to put that on the fast track for them.
Yes.
So, and, when you reach out to Doug, can you ask him about sending a letter to Ryan?
Yes, I will. As soon as I get the chance to call Doug.
Yeah.
Which hopefully it will be in the morning.
I will email Ryan again in the morning and wait for my no response. So,
That's all I have.
Just fixing things that keep breaking, so.
you're good at breaking.
Yep. Wait for another year to pass so we can scrap it all.
Yeah, have a new water plant, have new everything. Boys in blue.
Not a whole lot. Neil and I are kind of full steam ahead on the accreditation process for the police department. Kind of having to make some modifications to some of our rooms and stuff to make them more secure to meet the requirements for accreditation for maintaining like our weapons and our ammunition. Other than that, door locks are all in on our side, working really good. I seem to like them. I had one other thing, but I can't remember what it was now. But, our newest officer's in the academy right now. He's completing the 3rd week tomorrow, and then we'll have him back in 11 weeks from now. So, we'll be full staff, fully certified, everybody.
Super.
Yep.
We're in full program swing right now. Peter, I'm not hiding him from you guys. Thursday nights are typically his busy night with youth basketball and everything, but he's hopped in, done a fantastic job. We're starting summer hiring, so we're gonna be going out to the high school here in a couple weeks to get lifeguards, park maintenance, and stuff like that. And then, you might have seen our survey. Our board wants feedback between a pool and a rec center, so that's open until Monday. So if you haven't filled that out, you can find it on our Facebook and fill it out.
Why not do both?
Give me a big old check. We'll get it.
Big. Anything else? Melissa?
I would just remind you all, we're back here next Wednesday at 5 o'clock for budget work session number 2.
The 7 o'clock meeting's been approved.
Perfect.
Has been.
Oh, you're telling that?
Yes.
Oh, at the 7 o'clock break, we're gonna take a break.
Yes.
And yes.
Okay.
That was a question.
So make sure that gets posted, please.
I'm just gonna post one work session with 2 agenda items,
Okay.
so.
With the second one starting at 7. You have the time, probably, in case somebody wants to be here. I don't know how much it helps, but it does help. Any other questions for the group? Council members got anything? I got nothing. I got wore out last night. What is up with you guys? Anyhow, good and welfare. Glad there's new businesses looking to come to town, that is for sure.
We're good, and the high school maybe having a program to go with, I think that sounds great.
It was absolutely fantastic. So,
Finally got recognized for 25 years from the International City County Managers Association and service to local government.
congratulations, Mr. Ward. Did you call Val to be here so she could take your picture?
Oh, no. I tried bringing it home, my wife said, there's no space in the hope chest for that, so take it back to the office. So.
Well, it's not a hope.
No, but that's where you keep the stuff. Photo albums and things like that, but it was nice. I mean, got to walk on the stage there at the national conference and get recognized.
Nicely done. On that, I'll take a motion for adjournment.
Motion. Second.
Luke, we're on. Second by Zach. All those in favor?
Aye.
We are adjourned. Thank you very much.